Hi, everyone.
Hi, welcome to TFT.
Tarot for today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our first live stream of August 2020, our first year anniversary.
Yes, indeed.
Which will be happening, the actual day would be August 4th, which is this Tuesday.
It's the leap year thing that happened and all that. Throws the calendar off a day or so.
Yeah. Either way, that is my late Aunt Mary's birthday, and I want to wish her up there a very happy birthday, and I am... You could put that on. Uh-oh. Sassy's interfering. Hold on, she's bumping me out. That is my aunt's ring I'm wearing today. She was unabashed Leo. So it's a birthstone ring. It's got the stone for Leo.
You had a lot of aunts and uncles. You had like 9 of them or so?
Yeah, and I never got to meet the one I had on my father's side who died before I was born.
Thank you, Monster.
Thank
you so
Monster.
much.
Hey, haven't talked to you in a while, Mr. Monster. But if you've been on Twitter, you could see I've been very busy. So
thank you, everyone, for your anniversary wishes. And anyway, so you had those like 9 aunts and uncles, but Aunt Mary was my favorite.
Indeed. And Aunt Mary, of course, being on my mother's side of the family, was one of the psychic ones. And it's just been... sort of in her honor that we started doing this in the month of August. It just seemed right. Not to mention the fact that, it's Lammas and Lughnasadh time, which was one of my favorite holidays. So for those who celebrate it, happy Lammas to you. May your harvest be bountiful.
I have my yellow bright shirt on for Lammas.
And for that matter, may your harvest be bountiful even if you don't celebrate Lammas. I'm wearing my nice amber.
Hi, Angel. Glad you could join us too today.
Angel Rivera. Welcome, welcome.
Dominating the Twitters? I don't know about that.
Your grandfather's birthday is 8/4. Oh, gosh. It's interesting, I get all these synchronicities and connections. And so on August 4th, we're going to be releasing a video that will be like a best of, sort of, 2019. So
yeah, it's a retrospective of the last year with a couple clips from a couple things like the Brexit one, the coronavirus one, and the Super Bowl prediction that we aced. And I don't even know crap about football.
He doesn't know beans about football. Needless to say, I wore those pants in the family, so I get it.
Plenty of kitties.
Plenty of kitty shots, and from there, we will probably be creating another video very soon. No, Mr. O is going to be surprised again. But no, we have discussed this about our future plans, some of the plans we have in the works for the new year. So we are just extremely excited.
We have noticed you were missing, so it's good to have you back. Hi, Angel Mary.
Well, Mr. Monster, do you want to be included on our special giveaway today? I mean, you could maybe give it away to somebody else in your family if you win. Or we could leave it open for the adoring public.
Have you already discussed the giveaway thing?
Not on here. So, surprise, surprise. In honor of our anniversary, for those of you who do not follow us on Twitter or Facebook, we are doing a giveaway today. And so everybody in the chat room that wants to be included will be included in a random draw for a modified Celtic cross reading from the two of us. And I think what will happen is we will draw this towards the end of our show. I'll use a random number generator from the internet. And we will draw a number at the end of our show, maybe 15 minutes before 4. So I would say the cutoff to get in is probably going to be 3:30. And we'll just see who's in the room, and everybody will be included. And whatever number comes up, you will be the lucky recipient. And it'll be your choice, a video or a email reading. we're just trying to get our products together and decide what readings we're going to offer and whatnot. So we thought we'd throw some samples out this month and, give some freebies away because we're so happy we made it a year, number one.
Without killing each other.
Okay, Monster. Well, thanks a lot. I knew you would approve.
Good luck to everyone indeed. Thank you, Monster.
Thank you, Jenna. And right now I am shuffling the cards for the collective today. We are going to be using the Oracle of Visions from Cyril Marchetti for a quick one-card pull. I love this deck. I really like doing more than one card with it, though. I usually throw 3, but you can still get a pretty good one-card reading from it.
So it seemed like the last session, there were no kitties around at all.
That's
it was really odd.
Thursday was not the day we gave him the catnip. That was the Sunday before. Today, no catnip, so somebody's back.
You're on the list, Jenna. Don't worry.
We got you, Jenna. All right. I'm going to let you pick one of these slippery cards. Doesn't matter if it's upright or reversed. It's one-way red. Ooh. That looks really awesome, huh? There's no titling on the card, so we'll just go see what it is.
Yeah, Jenna, it was on the last Sunday, I think, that we gave them catnip.
We gave them catnip, and it kind of pooped them out, and they really stayed away. Sonny was here, I think, but he was really quiet, wasn't he? Am I right about that? I think I'm right about that.
Probably, yeah.
All right, so let me see what number this is so I can get the show on the road. We got number 16 here. Which is, how ironic for the times, eh? It's distance, isolation, and perspective. Distance not only gives nostalgia, but perspective and maybe objectivity. And that's a quote Cyril pulled from somebody named Robert Morgan. And so the card interpretation is, physical distance or emotional detachment serve to give us a greater comprehensive view. Distance may also provide a clearer overall perspective than a close-up would. From this vantage point, we can often get the big picture and reach different conclusions. A solitary woman strolls a desolate beach, her isolation providing a point of reflection. Do you want me to, why don't you hold that card up, Mr. O? A point of reflection. Distanced from the influence of others, this is a scene of personal contemplation. The floating monoliths provide perspective and suggest the distances with greater emphasis than would an empty sky. Perhaps representing issues in her life, their distance reinforces her isolation, but may also provide her with the perspective and clarity of vision that she is seeking. We need to strike a balance when assessing a situation. Are we too closely involved, or should we step back? Food
Very
for
nice.
thought.
And I see Sonali has joined us, and we will put you on our list, Sonali.
All right, Sonali, we'll add you to our list.
And I think they do get hyper initially, Jenna, and then they kind of crash, which is the idea for us.
Yep. And Sonali, you came late, so we are just letting people know again, we are giving away a reading today. We will randomly draw a number and pick somebody from our chat who will be in line to get a free 6-card reading from us. So that will be done in the last hour of our show, about 15 minutes before 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Alrighty.
All right.
So what decks are we using?
So, well, go ahead.
Well, I have the English Magic Tarot, and that's the Sun from that deck. And then I also have the Mermaid Tarot, which I've used a few times. And that is the 9 of Cups.
We'll get to the list in a minute, Jenna. You're not really super far down, but you are second from the bottom.
And then my old standard, the Karma Music Tarot, and that's the Ace of Coins on that one. What's up, baby?
Okay, well, I am using a ginormous deck today called the Next World Tarot. I've used it on occasions before. It's written and illustrated by Christy C. Rode. It's kind of a dystopian deck of sorts, and I don't know, maybe I'm in kind of a dystopian sort of mood. Then I have the Darkwood Tarot by Sasha Graham, drawn by Abigail Larson. By the way, somebody on Twitter, Papa Squirrel, is going to be doing an unboxing and a review of the deck. I believe it's tomorrow. And
Hi, January girl.
And then I have the Ciro Marchetti Gilded Tarot Royale. Be using that again. And the Ciro Marchetti, Lenormand deck. Gosh, crazy here. So, let me see what else we've got on the plate. There was something else I wanted to mention, Mr. O.
Well, we covered the drawing for the reading, the free reading.
Oh, January, I'll get you on the list. There's a drawing for a reading today.
We mentioned our being live with our little 12-minute retrospective on Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's Tuesday, 7 p.m., this coming Tuesday. So that's the 4th in honor of Lammas, or Aunt Mary's birthday, and our anniversary. What else?
Our TFT anniversary. Let's make that clear.
You just did your Material Matters, which was kind of nice. A number of people joined us.
Yeah, thank you all.
It was a lot of fun.
It was really fun. Yeah. I had a little blooper there at the end, which was really awesome fun. Mr. O, the producer, helped me out a lot with that. That was awesome. No, I guess I'm going to have to think about it. It'll come back to me, foggy brain and all. I think it was something, but...
Kayla is here too. You got Kayla?
Hey, Kayla. Welcome,
Kayla.
welcome. We'll get you on the list. All right, I guess I'm going to go over the list because people have been asking.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Acel, Gina, Aaliyah, Esoterics, KC, Rivera, Jenna, Sonali, January Girl, Kayla.
Did you get Angel Mary?
Where did I miss
Angel Mary's in here somewhere too.
What?
I'm pretty sure about that. Or was that this morning?
Oh, Angel Mary is here. She came right after Jenna.
Okay.
So, I will get Angel, I think, because where's Sonali?
We better remember everybody.
I want to double check that. Yeah, okay. Hold on, I'm going to double check that.
That's a good deal, Kayla. Good. Very happy to hear that.
Well, I think that's right. I'm not sure. We're going to put her in there. So who is that again? Angel Mary. All right. You know, it's not going to matter in the end because whatever list I have here, when I do a random number, I'm going to count the total. And then whatever I count down, wherever you are, that will be if you won or not. So we're going to do this today, and we're going to do this on Thursday, too. We're going to do a random drawing where one lucky person will get a reading from us. From the two of us.
That's right.
We have to test out how we work together for an individual reading, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this cat is already shedding so much hair here. She's
All
kind of
right.
below the radar. You can't see her other than the fact that I'm petting her here. But she's just like totally into it with me. You little baby, you.
I'm glad your surgery went well, Kayla. That's good to hear. 1, 2, 3. So, okay, so Acel, we're ready for your question, I guess. We're just going to get the show on the road.
Sure.
And when whatever I was thinking of kicks back in, I will announce it.
Hey, baby. What's up?
Okay. I think we've got everybody.
Will I find my way? Okay, very good. Thanks for the question.
All right.
Do you want to use a deck or do you want me to grab one?
You could grab one. Oh, you want me to use this one? I have it out.
Sure, go ahead then.
All right, we're going to use this deck, the Next World Tarot. This is my way of getting back at Mr. O, who makes me shuffle big decks.
You're welcome, Kayla. Good luck. Very good luck. And look at this cat.
I know.
Have you been missing being up here? Is that what it is?
I'm going to do one more shuffle and pass it on to you, Mr. O. All right.
Oh my goodness, this is a big deck, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know, because your Karma Tarot is pretty large too.
This may be nearly bigger. I'm positive it is, because I just looked at my Karma deck like, crap, it's a lot bigger. Let's see if I can just do the right thing here.
All right. Okay, so you're asking about finding your way in life? Was that the question?
Yes.
Okay, well, interestingly enough, we have the Six of Swords upright. Notice there that they have suitcases. Speaking of finding your way in life. Then we have the Eight of Wands reversed. And we have the Empress reversed. Wow. Well, I think it's possible, but I think you are really going to have to be the navigator of your own ship to get there. The Six of Swords is taking a voyage away from things that may have been left a bitter taste in your mouth, or you're leaving some stress and sorrows behind and figuring out how to move forward from there. So, in regards to your question, this is somebody who is journeying and seeking their way, seeking a better way to live their lives, and, something that's less stressful, something that's more comfortable. So you are definitely on a journey. The Eight of Wands reversed. Do you want me to go ahead, or do you want to go ahead?
I'm going to jump in a little bit, because I feel that these two
Okay.
cards, the Empress reversed and the Eight of Wands, combine to kind of say that
agree.
maybe there's a dissatisfaction, or there's a feeling like you're not productive enough, you're not creative enough, you feel tired, you feel unmotivated, you don't have the drive, and maybe that's what precipitates this move that may only be an attitude, or maybe physical too. But the idea is that you finally realize, in order to find that way, you have to make some changes, and you have to either change habits, make yourself more busy, more productive, find your creative drive, things like that.
Yeah, and I think that these are the roadblocks. In order to find your way in life, you're going to have to maybe do some things. You're going to have to really think outside the box. You're going to have to think about shaking up that world a little bit, But also, I think in order to get there, you're really going to have to focus more on you. Maybe you've been scattering some of your energy on other things in your life and other people, and now it's time to take that energy that you have and focus it on you. So I think that's going to be a big part of this here. Let's throw some Lenormand and see what we get on that.
Stretch. Oh, there we go. You are my little angel, sassy girl.
This cat her in particular, she has been so cuddly lately.
They really all are. I'm not sure what it is, but
They
really,
like us being home, I think, Mr. O.
Yeah. Aww.
So,
Hi, Irish. Good afternoon.
Hey, Irish. Welcome. You are on the list, and you are also on the list for a special giveaway today, if you're
That's right.
interested.
We have a special giveaway.
Yep.
Which Banshee will describe in a little bit.
Yep. We should have made a screen for that, Mr. O. But
Well, you did make one, but we just didn't load it into
That's
this
right,
system.
we did
Yeah,
not.
so we'll have to.
I made it the right size and everything, if Monster's listening.
Hi, Libra Cuss.
All right. Well, this is very interesting to me. You have the sun, and then you have the cross. And why, oh why, do I not think that these two cards go along with this first card?
Me too.
Right here. It's basically a sign for you, Asel, that you need to leave some grief, some sorrow, some things that did not work out in your past behind. Let it go. It is time to let this go so that you can move on to succeed in life. If you want to find success and the sun to shine again, you have to let go of the things that, need to be gone from your life. And it's kind of like house cleaning, We know this, and we need to do this desperately. We need to purge some things to make room for new growth in our lives. And so that's what you have to do on a physical, on a spiritual and a mental level as well. You have to let some of the baggage go in order to succeed.
No, I don't do Lenormand, so I see it a little bit differently. I just work with that symbol there. And to me, the sun is about finding out things. It's illuminating. It's casting light so that you can see better. And of course, the cross does seem to be about an ending, perhaps. So I'm thinking that this is saying you are finding out what it is you need to do or how you are going to make that move, that exit away that we saw with the Six of Swords there. So this information is coming to you, or your persistence in wanting to achieve that, to find that way, is going to pay off in that regard.
Yeah, and so that's what we have for you. And sorry, Libra, I missed you momentarily there. I put you in right before Irish. You are here as well, and you're welcome to take part in our drawing later, a random drawing. Okay.
So.
Gina's ready.
Oh,
so
dear.
that is what we have for you, Asel, and I really hope that helps. We're moving right on to Gina.
Sometimes it always sucks for water signs. She never gets that.
Aww.
No, I'm teasing. And I know there are some other water signs out there in our audience today, but we just sort of feel it differently. We do have some problems, and I think what happens is that sometimes they affect us just more emotionally than they do other people. Does that help, maybe?
Hey, Mr. O, one of your decks, perhaps?
Yeah, let's do mermaids.
Oh, mermaids. Let's
Speaking
see
of
what's up.
water signs.
Because it's an emotional deck. He thinks it's a watery deck. That's
It's
true.
how it makes me feel. Aaliyah thinks maybe it was her turn.
Oh! No, Aaliyah, I'm sorry if I got the order wrong, but you are right after Aaliyah, so hang in there.
Sorry about any misunderstanding there.
Yeah. But we will move forward. And
Any good news?
just to remind the newcomers, if you haven't seen it on Twitter or Facebook, we're giving away today one free, either your choice, a video or an email reading that we will send to you. And this random drawing will occur 3:45. So you don't have to be present, and hopefully we'll know how to find you, or we can let you know on the next stream you come that we owe you a reading. But hopefully we'll find you.
We can certainly announce it on Twitter or Facebook or things like that, so that if you just check those, we will announce the winner, I imagine, right?
Yeah. So you don't have to be present to win, but it's nice if you're here.
222. And you know what? We were talking
222.
about our beloved Aunt Mary, her aunt that she loved the most, and I certainly did too. And Aunt Mary used to like to go over Detroit River to Windsor, Ontario, to buy
Dear. 222s.
a pain relief pill that
That
could
had
only
a little bit of codeine in
it
it.
could only be found over there.
Yeah. And so in a way, to me, it would be like a Tylenol 3 maybe here. And so whenever we
She
would
loved
take
'em.
trips over the border, she would beg us to
Get me
bring
some
some back.
222s.
So we took our chances and brought some back for her. Bless her soul. But,
Yeah.
she had a lot of bad arthritis. All right. Gina,
You
you're
pulled it
asking
out.
if anything good will happen.
For cancers, yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at this. You've got the 9 of Cups upright.
Make a wish.
Now, you do have the Hermit reversed, but we'll talk about that. That's not, I don't know, that's not necessarily negative. And we have the Queen of Wands upright. Va-va-boom. Hey, Power girl.
Aunt Mary is in the house, according to
You know,
Gina.
doesn't that, yeah, that seems like a card for the season, obviously, very fiery.
Yeah, that could be Aunt Mary,
A lot
actually.
of Leo energy. Or what didn't you say you had a grandmother, I think you said, Gina, who was born on that birthday? So,
Something
you know,
like that, yeah.
she might be tapping into you today. But the Nine of Cups is like a wish card, you know. Hey, make a wish and blow out that candle mentally here because, you know, you have the ability to achieve what you desire coming soon. And, you know, with the Queen of Wands here, I could kind of put these two cards together and say that you are the one that can make that happen, you know, through, you know, the way, through your energy, through your drive, through your ability to make things happen.
The Queen of Wands really is kind of really the doer. It's the person who commands attraction, can magnetize people to them, resonate to their energies, a natural born leader, somebody who maybe has a little bit of a flirtatious side on occasion. But coupled with that Nine of Cups there just seems to mean that there's a lot of emotional contentment, because I think that's the backstory with the Queen of Wands, is that this is a person who really knows how to make people feel good too. With that Hermit reversed in the middle, it may just mean that, you know, to some degree, you're going to be revealing that more of that side of yourself that maybe perhaps you weren't feeling some of that, and now maybe, you know, this is what's going to happen is your luck is going to change a little bit, and you're going to be able to reflect some of that back, and maybe kick back too, just in general, like just not be the hermit so much and not be the oh, I have to study philosophy, I can't go out.
Not living so much inside your head, perhaps. And also here, I would say with the Hermit reverse, let's think about quarantine. Maybe it's getting a little bit tiring being cooped up. You know, I know, you know, we're all getting out to certain varying degrees, but, you know, maybe you're feeling a little bit of this, you know, isolation. We're all getting kind of fed up with it a little bit,
Absolutely, yeah.
So
Good
that's
point.
a little bit of that with the Hermit, I would say here. Other than that, awesome reading so far. But, you know, let's see what the Lenormand is going to throw into the mix here right now. Yeah, that's right. Your grandmother was born on a good former friend of ours' birthday.
Yes, a really good friend of ours from many years ago. Was born on
She
the 15th.
was a very powerful Leo as well. A lot of that fire energy.
It seems like I do know other people born, and now I know Kayla too, in August, but some of the ones I know are born later in August, so they might be a Virgo.
Well, here you are, Gina. And here is that cross. So what do we need to let go of here? What do we need to stop worrying about or mourning about or being depressed about? It's time to let it go. Because really all systems are go otherwise, so why so glum, chum? According to this card, there's something weighing a little bit heavily on your mind, and maybe it's time to let it go.
What was that first one? Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So totally, and you know, it's kind of funny because it doesn't
Could relate to that.
I guess it relates to the Hermit. I didn't see it exactly with the other two, but I guess I could glean that from there that really this is a time to change a direction of some sort. And maybe it's just be more happy-go-lucky, but also ambition too. Maybe you're going to find a way to up your ambition. And I think some of that involves new partnerships for you too.
Yeah. So that's what we have for you. Little better news than the material matters, perhaps?
Well, very nice.
All right. We're going to move on the list. And we have Aaliyah. Aaliyah,
right.
you are up. I hope you're still with us. And after Aaliyah is Esoterics, KC, Angel Rivera, Jenna, Angel Mary, Sonali, January Girl, Kayla, Libra Cusp, and Irish Capricorn. Haha. To you as well, Gina. Well, and if you have
You're
to
welcome,
leave
Gina.
early, we know where to find you if you win the reading.
Okay, I like
All
that
right.
question. So that's interesting. Thanks for the update
Yeah,
on
definitely,
that, Aaliyah.
Aaliyah. This unfolding, I don't want to say drama, but this unfolding situation is very interesting to follow here for us. So
I want to stick with the
check it
mermaid
out.
because it's about emotions, and there's a bit of emotion attached to the
Okay.
question here.
All right.
And so we're wondering, if there's been that. Do you think this should be starting at least with a yes or no, or how do you want to do that?
Let's start with a yes, no, and throw some other cards if we need it.
Alrighty.
Well, I'm sure it is. You
Oh yeah, I bet.
you put yourself out there, and you know what? This person is kind of showing they're standing up. They're saying, "I'm not going to go away." But what does that mean? Have they changed, or what's going on? Let's see. Some people take things to heart, and if they care about the people that they are with, they will stay and they will change. Cut them. All right. Well, all right, this is interesting. Now, this is very nuanced, so I just want to say right from the get-go, it looks like there's a possibility it's leaning towards no here, that they haven't totally taken it to heart, because we only got one ace, the Ace of Wands, so that's indicating no. But let's look at these other cards, because there's some interesting dynamics here. We have the Knight of Cups or Chalices upright, and the Eight of Wands has made a reappearance again reversed. I have one thing to say right from the get-go, if I could.
Go
and
ahead.
I'll let you go ahead right after. Aaliyah, I really do believe you have taken the wind out of their sails a little bit with that card, the Eight of Wands reversed. That stood out to me when I saw that pop up here. They're kind of like, whoa, put the brakes on a little bit.
Okay,
Go ahead.
now I wasn't quite figuring out what that was. I knew it was important. I didn't quite focus that way. I looked over at that Knight of Cups and I said, is it possible that maybe there's somebody who's a better suit or match for your friend Megan, and maybe they're there, they're just sort of, on the outside of that? Or if the wind, now that she's clarified her feeling there, and I sort of get that, maybe it might mean that maybe they're going to change, but I don't know. It sort of still comes back towards the more likely no. So it may be that this could be artifice, but I still sort of see this as being somebody else. It could even be yourself in a sense, that you were that knight that charged forth and, was able to help in this situation of the emotions. It could very well be that too.
Well, I'm kind of reading that knight as being this person, that was involved in this situation. Basically, I feel like this is like he's at a very pivotal moment right now. I don't think he's decided how he's going to take this yet. He's probably come back because he's weighing the situation. He's checking it out, and he's being very cautious right now and guarded. I feel like he hasn't totally decided yet which way he's going to go. His emotions are kind of teetering. But I will
That could
say,
be what that says too, then, in a way.
I will say, Aaliyah, you have definitely kind of made him take a step back and, tone it down. He's there being quieter because he did get the wind knocked out of him a little bit there. It certainly had that effect and impact. So now maybe he's trying to see, well, are you guys going to treat me differently now? If I come back and if I'm better, will I be okay? Maybe he's trying to check his own comfort level right now, and he's unclear as to which way he wants to go. And right now, maybe based on the type of personality he is, that's why maybe right now it's leaning towards no, because, maybe this is going to require a major change in personality on his part. These things don't happen overnight.
I can go with that. Are we going to do the Lenormand?
Do we want to do that, or do we want to throw a few more on this?
Sure, let's go ahead and
I
do
want
that.
to throw a couple more on this, but hi, Gaurav. I will add you
Gaurav.
to the list. I just want to look at this in a little more depth here, maybe what they're going through, just focus
Sure.
on what they might be thinking about right now. So I think we can do this quickly. It's just going to be a quick summation for you, Leah. I think that reading gave us a lot of information in its own way there.
It did. Kind of
I
was,
have
went
a
right to the heart
bug
of
or
it in a
an
way.
ant here on the table. I don't know where it just went. It went... Oh, well. Maybe it flew away. Maybe it wasn't an ant. Okay. No, I'm sure you do. And like I said, maybe you've given them pause to think about this.
Oh, I didn't cut.
Yeah, you were supposed to cut. I was like, what am I doing? Okay. Yikes. Okay, well, not total yikes, but this Three of Wands is interesting to me in the first spot. I get the feeling they're planning their next move.
Three of Wands?
Yeah. Maybe you have another opinion of that?
Well, I think that
They're
maybe
beyond
have
the planning.
already
They know
planned it
their
and they're
next
waiting for
moves.
something to happen.
So they're waiting for something to happen.
What they feel they've invested in.
And, then we have this Knave of Wands reversed. I think they are taking it a little hard. I will say that they are taking it a little hard, and they may have a little bit of anger, a little bit of resentment.
Maybe that Eight of Wands could also mean, too, when I'm looking at this, that maybe they want Aaliyah to leave.
That could be Aaliyah.
Because I'm sort of seeing that with this idea and that idea.
But also, then we have the Nine of Swords upright. And the Nine of Swords upright indicates to me maybe a little bit of sorrow or remorse on their part.
Okay.
Do you not see that? Or
Yeah, I guess I wasn't putting that all together.
So maybe they're feeling a little bit of remorse about being called out this way, but also they're a little bit angry. But who are they angry at? Are they angry at themselves, or are they angry at you?
Maybe it is time for that Lenormand then.
Maybe. I will let you know, Gaurav. You might want to stick around till the end of the show, though. We're doing a special drawing today, and you could be part of that. We are going to give away a free 6-card reading to somebody in our chat today if you're interested. And we won't do it for you today, but you will be getting it very shortly. We're doing this the next 2 live streams. One person will get a free reading from us on each stream. Well, maybe it's a matter of time for them to still sort things out. We have the, wishing well here, and we also have the time card. And so what I'm thinking here is maybe as time goes on, they will settle down and things will get better. There is this possibility here because they need time to really go deep and really examine what's going on here and, hopefully examine what's wrong with themselves.
So I agree with that. And then I guess to me it kind of clarifies some of this, which was a little foggier for me. But maybe the idea is that one of their realizations is that they do feel they have something invested here, that they want to stay ultimately. They want to see where things go. And that maybe there is some sense of a contriteness or a level of sorrow or regret. But I agree with Banshee with those ones.
I think it's going to take time. Now, whether he's going to follow through, because this Knave of Wands, so shows somebody who is impatient, I think, too.
That's true.
So, whether they're going to really invest the time to go deep and to really examine themselves at the level they need to, it's hard to say. So it's going to play out. It's still going to need some time to play out yet, Aaliyah. You have set something in motion, though, I think clearly here.
All right.
That's what we have for you today. I hope that gives you a little bit more insight there. Good luck with that. And, hey, as always, keep us posted. All right, now you'll get to know where you're on the list, Gaurav. We'll go down the names. Esoterics, you are up. And then KC, Rivera, Jenna, Angel Mary, Sonali, January Girl, Kayla, Libra Cusp, Irish Capricorn, and Gaurav.
You're welcome.
So there are 10 people in front of you, Gaurav, just to let you know. You're welcome, Aaliyah.
Okay. How shall we do that one?
Spiritual light and direction. Absolutely. Let's grab one of mine.
Okay.
Empty Marquetti. All right, we'll do 3 cards. I have not thought yet what I had to say in the beginning that I forgot.
Oh, dear.
It has not popped back into my head.
Is it about something coming up with our program, or?
Probably. We are going to do a special live stream this month, and it might be a Saturday morning one. I'm not sure. It's not going to be reading related, but we're going to have some live chat, some open discussion, and just some fun and talking about the future plans. We might do maybe we'll do a card for everybody in the chat as time permits. We'll see. All right, here you go, Mr. O. I hope it will be. Might bring out some interesting tools or toys of ours to play with and show off. You never know. And hey, remember, guys, it's getting to be the dark side of the year again. So, come October, maybe after fall equinox, I'll start bringing out my past life deck again so we can have a little fun with that.
Cool.
Wow, esoterics. Talk about your mixed bag here. We have the 9 of Cups, and it is reversed this time for you. But then we have the Wheel of Fortune, and it is upright. And then we have the 10 of Wands, and it is reversed, which is just the way I like to see. I think we all like to see the 10 of Wands, people in the know. So the 9 of Cups reversed, I'm looking at all of these. These seem to fit together in an interesting dynamic for me. So I'm going to let you go first this time if you would like, because I could go on.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I would say that maybe part of what is going on in terms of a focus or the inner light you're looking for or thinking about is the realization that your luck is what you make of it, and that sometimes it really suits you, the 9 of Cups reverse, and sometimes it doesn't, because sometimes you realize that some of this is a lot harder work. There's that one, the 10 reversed. And so some of this is the dichotomy between figuring out how much hard work you can actually put into this before it stops being enjoyable or becomes too oppressive. But luck is favoring you, chance and circumstance. So it's really about balancing the hard work or the release from the hard work with the satisfaction of what you're hoping to gain.
Well, so what I'm thinking here, esoterics, and what I'm seeing with this Wheel of Fortune is that maybe what the message is that, when times are up, when things are going well, you need to maximize that time period to achieve what you want. It is possible that, you are not taking advantage of the upswing in things to use that time to really go after what you truly desire. And so I'm thinking that something about timing and synchronicity here is really important in figuring that out. And as for the Ten of Wands, I think too that what it's saying is that you have to release these burdens, the idea, the concept of always trying to reach something, reach some attainment level. Maybe you think too much on achieving this wish and it's actually weighing you down, and that maybe you need to flow with the energy of the cycles. And so when things are up and high for you, work on manifesting your desires. When things are not going that well for you, let it go. Keep it out of your mind, because let it go. Because it becomes more of a burden than, actually something worth aspiring towards. Do you get what I'm saying there?
I get that now. I guess just before you started, I was starting to rethink what I said about the Ten of Wands, and that it might also be the idea that you're realizing there's just a lot of hard work, and you wonder. It's not that you don't want to do that, but you wonder if you're going to have to spend so much more time on it rather than on the things that make life enjoyable. I kind of said that earlier too, but I'm not sure if I wanted to reinsert that there.
Hey, Hansa, I've got you on the list. I just want to let you know that.
So we're going to throw the Lenormand now. I like your interpretation a little better than mine.
Oh, yours was fine. I mean, I think, you might be able to get, that's the whole point of us. You can get a little bit of insight from either. Oh, yeah. I don't let you shuffle those.
I want to shuffle.
It's a time thing. Well, look at this. Esoterics, this might be another thing to focus on here. This is finance, resource, material satisfaction, and well-being. And here we have the compass, So I think you really have to direct your energies on this right now, but also I think this is saying that you really have to find where your true compass lies in regards to all of this. Maybe there is something in particular you need to focus more on to manifest, the financial flow or the material flow or whatever it is you're trying to flow towards you.
I was going to say maybe a little bit the opposite. Like,
all right,
go with the flow, but always stay oriented. So that there's time to enjoy things, to flow around them, to catch what that current feels like, but where your true compass is leading you to.
Yeah. So that's what we see for you here. I hope that gives you some help. Thanks. And
thank you.
As we move on here, I just want to say for people who came late again, like Hansa, we are doing a drawing at the end of our show, in the last half hour of our show, for a free 6-card reading. It'll either be a video or an email reading of your choice. So we will draw randomly from the people in the chat, a random number, and it will determine who gets the reading.
You mean we're not going to let the cat put their paw on something and say that one won?
No. No. So KC, you are up, and after KC is Angel Rivera, Jenna, and then Angel Mary, Sonali, January Girl, Kayla, Libra Cusp, Irish Capricorn, Gaurav, and Hansa.
That's really interesting, E.T., because lately I've been talking with some people who feel like some of the lucid dreaming, or this kind of thing has been happening with people a little bit. I sort of had a lucid thing happen to me the other day.
Well, the veil, I always feel the veil thins sooner than many people feel it. And I've already felt that it's thinning a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised that people are getting more visions and dreams and odd synchronicities and stuff like that. I always say I feel lucky around my aunt's birthday, and I won $50 today. And it was really funny again how it happened. Usually I turn in a few minor winners when I buy my lottery tickets. And the woman behind the counter said to me today, no winners today? And I said, no, sadly. And then she said to me, well, it could be today. And I said, it could very well be. And I walked out of there with a scratch-off ticket that won $50. So I went back in. And I said to her, speaking of winners, so thank you, Aunt Mary. So anyway.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah. I'm hoping
Yes,
to pick up a
it
new
does,
deck.
or a deck. And I have a few I'm ready to hit send on in my Amazon folder right now. So I've just been holding off. But we also found a really cool kind of card holder thing that stands cards up in.
Yeah.
So I might purchase one of those as well. I'm looking it over and we're gonna give that a try. So let's see, KC, what do you got for us today? Oh, you can have the Cyril Marchetti deck, absolutely. Coming up in August. All right, did I pop that back? Let me see. What did I do with it? Do you have it?
No.
Is Sassy on top of it, by chance? She is. She must be. Where are they? Where are my Cyril Marchetti cards? Can you move the cat somehow?
Oh, you mean you can't? Come on,
Come on,
girlie.
you gotta move. Pop up. Oh, they're not there. What did I do?
You made Sassy move.
I know. Well, where did they? There they are. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry, KC. Another little blooper for the future. Banshee blames the cat.
But you know what, Banshee?
What?
You're good at it.
No, we have it.
Blaming the cat.
Well,
Hi, Cappy. And we have a list. You'll be down that list about 12 or so away. But hang on, too, because we're also having a drawing for a free reading later. We'll
hey,
mention
Cappy,
that.
your lucky day. You could get a free reading, a 6-card reading. We're not announcing that till 15 minutes before the end of our show, though. So stick with us or come back and we will announce our winners.
Not quite an hour from now.
I think what I'm going to do is I will pin a tweet to our Twitter page and our Facebook page so we have the winner announced there. And of course, we'll announce them on our live streams so that we make sure
There's something else
people
we
know.
could do, too. We could actually go into the live stream after
that's
it's
true.
done and put a comment
Yeah,
there.
we could put a comment on our stream and put the winner
we'll do
in
all of
there.
those, I guess.
So we will cover all our bases in case somebody leaves early. What's coming in August? There's that card again.
Yeah. Everybody's moving.
Everybody's moving. There's that 6 of Swords. You know, I have been getting that card a lot personally lately myself, KC. Then the 3 of Cups is reversed. And finally, we have that 10 of Swords, but surprise, it's reversed. Woohoo. Oh, because, yeah, I'd rather see it reversed than upright. So what do we got to tell you for August? August, you're going to be maybe moving away from something that has brought you sorrow. You know, I think, can we not see they all seem to fit together, really. This just seems to fit together.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking there has been some disappointments. There's been some sorrow. There hasn't been much reason to celebrate lately, in my mind. The 10 of Swords is reversed, though, which means that, you know, the worst of it's over. I think you will be overcoming this, you know, in August. And the focus for August, to me, is this card right here. I think you're going to be moving away from these things that have brought you some sorrow and pain and difficulties, and you're going to be moving to calmer, better times, better seas. It looks as though things are going to start to right themselves. And, you know, that's because of your conscious efforts to say, enough's enough. I need to let all this go, and I need to move forward now with my life.
These cards represent to me an incredible amount of angst or drama that may be around you. It almost feels like somebody's having a major blowout with a good friend, lover, associate, something like that. But it could also mean, too, that just you've confronted a particular bad situation, whether it was a person who intended, no good, or whether it was just a situation happening, and you kind of had to weather yourselves there and understand what those losses were probably going to be and mean, and you need to just pull yourself away from them, even if it's only, up here.
So, I really think it's, hey, it's your birthday and all of that, too. I think it's time to turn this Three of Cups the other way around here. It's time to find reason in life, try to find the joy in life again, and, the celebration. So, find reasons to celebrate you. And also, that the fact that you are moving on from a period that maybe has not been that happy for you.
So you mean you don't tell us everything about your life? That's because we figure it out. Hi, Cheryl. We are adding you to the list.
And we're doing a giveaway today, Cheryl. At the end of our show, 15 minutes before we close out, we're going to draw a random number, and that person will be in line for a 6-card reading from us, either video or email, your choice.
Well, I hope it isn't a frightening situation.
No, it's just that it is frighteningly accurate. Well, let's see what we can add to the mix here, Casey.
Bam! Maybe.
Well, something's happening fast here. It looks as though...
Thank you, Cheryl.
It looks as though the whip is here. That was the first card I drew. And the well is here. And there's a couple things. The Wishing Well is an interesting card because, to me, there's health implications with the Wishing Well a little bit. I always think of healing when I think of a wishing well. I think of dropping a coin in a well for good luck. So there's an element of luck and timing with it. But there's also this idea of the depth of a well, that it's very deep. And that, that there's knowledge and information that you need to look at. And I think this is within. This is maybe taking a journey within to, start healing. And so I'm taking that wishing well and saying, look at yourself in your life, do some meditation, do some journeying within. Throw those cards for yourself and really try to get to the bottom of what is wrong here. And, begin the healing process if you haven't already.
I knew you were going to pull this one again after we talked about the well, because to me, I directly saw almost the same thing.
Really?
That this is really more of a metaphor of getting deeper into your emotions, and that maybe the idea here is that the sudden or quick movement is really about figuring out what it is you need to do to resolve this, whether you just need to focus on something at this time, maybe just a little bit more fanciful, something that just sort of brings some level of fancy or whimsy to your life, just something to bring you something more fun to focus on. But you want to do it quicker, I think is what it is. Because really, the emotional things going on here, you just really want to put them behind you. You do.
Yeah, that's what we have for you. Well, Sonali, I am going to add you to the list, but this list is getting long, and we're on our last hour.
You may be our last one.
But you may not be the last name on the list, because everybody who comes into the chat today will be put on a list for a free 6-card reading from us. We will draw a number at random, count down the list of names, and if you're the lucky one, we will be able to send you a video or an email reading.
Is this the same
You're welcome,
Sonali
Casey.
that was in earlier? Because I see we have a Sonali Pridarashani who was here earlier too.
Oh wait, yeah, Sonali, so you are already on the list.
I just thought the name looked familiar. It kind of stands out.
Well, you were here earlier, right, Sonali?
Yeah, it's
so we
back
do
here.
have you on the list. I'm going to cross your name off here because you are coming up. Let me go through the list. Angel Rivera, you are up. And then Jenna, Angel Mary, Sonali, January Girl, Kayla, Libra Cusp, Irish Capricorn, Gaurav, Hansa, Cappy, and Cheryl. And that's it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Because we are entering our second hour, so we got to...
Yep.
Work
So I think
smarter.
we're going to end the readings for the day with Cheryl, but anybody who comes in after Cheryl will be added to our giveaway list. Yeah, Sonali. So
You're
I
like
think
3 or 4 down from here, so
one,
you're not
two,
too far.
three. There with after Angel Rivera, there's 2 other people in front of you, Sonali. So hang around.
You're welcome, Kellyo.
Okay, so Angel, you are up. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, so you're heading back. Okay, well good luck with that, Angel. I think I am going to be home for the month of August from what I can tell. But I don't know, maybe by the end of August something may change in that regard. And then September, for sure there's going to be something happening. But I think we've gone back to lobby service for the library because of the way things have been going. And now masks are required everywhere on campus. Everywhere, including outside on campus.
I know about that Sunday rotation because in our first year, that happened a little bit with me because I had a Sunday rotation at my library job, and so on those Sundays we usually started later, like we started at 7 p.m. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, the big old cards.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Oh wow, awesome. Yeah. And even outdoors, if you're on campus, you are required to wear a mask. See, this is a handful, this deck, Mr. O.
It is, but I think yours are technically
Mine
wider.
are a little bigger, I would say. Okay. Okay. Well, we have the 5 of wands, I'm sorry, and it's reversed. We have the 3 of swords, and it is upright. And we have the Knight of Cups, and it's reversed. Well, I think you're going to have some mixed feelings about this, this next week.
It's a wild launch.
Yeah, and I mean, the 3 of Swords is some sorrow or worries or despair. I don't know if there's going to be some bad news about, maybe the virus on campus already or in the early on. It's
It
definitely...
may just be that you would hear that people are really going to say, no, not for me, I'm cutting out. People may be deciding to do more firm separation things.
Yeah. A lot can change day to day with this. I do feel that universities and states right now are trying to get into education as usual as much as they can, whatever that usual looks like in a pandemic environment. But right here with the Knight of Cups and the 3 of Swords reversed, this is a real emotional issue. I think there are going to be people that are not very happy. They're here. And there is some remorse or some agitation.
This really speaks directly to you, so I get the feeling like maybe some of this news is going to be fairly personal to you about either what these separations are or what these impositions are being put on there. There's just a lot of real wildness around in the air, too.
The 5 of Wands
with that
reversed.
5 of Wands. It just sounds like everybody is like chomping at the bit here, wanting to insert themselves and say, no, it should be this, and nobody has figured out how to bring voices together.
Right. This is where, we need people to come together. It looks to me like there needs to be more of a coming together and a more collaborative, we have to get through this together kind of spirit. And we have to, take everybody's feelings into account here as best we can. There's got to be a middle ground. There's got to be some common ground that is reached. And I'm not sure, even with whatever they have planned in place yet, that everybody is happy with it. I feel that there's a lot of struggling going on with that. And, you know, of course, this has to do with the fact that the COVID landscape keeps changing on us. You know, sometimes it looks like maybe cases are going down and all of a sudden they're going up again, you know. And like let's take what's happening with sports right now. We see that some things are happening where, you know, they're trying to get some normalcy, but yet even in the cloistered environment they've created, people keep coming down with the virus and they have to keep pulling back. So I see this sort of here too. I'm not saying there's going to be a pullback, but I definitely feel, you know, there may be something happening that will give things pause.
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like, Angel. I'll be curious to see what you have to say after this week happens. Let's do some Lenormand and throw that into the equation.
Yeah, it's kind of like darned if you do and darned if you don't in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Well, this is really interesting here. You know, getting the coffin, getting this, along with this card, the lilies. It's hard for me to say. You know, I'm worried that something is ending, and I don't know if it's going to be that school itself is going to be put on hold again, or maybe on campus things will shut down again. But maybe it's also, you know, the end of innocence here, the end of a feeling of, you know, well, we're just gonna give this a try and see what sticks kind of thing. You know, it's like, you know, we have to take this really seriously. We have to look at what we're doing and make sure it's the right thing, or we are going to have to take a step back again.
I'm just going to go along with that and say, yeah, you know, it just seems like really a lot of seriousness here.
And, you know, the other thing I have to say about this, because sometimes the lilies is about maturity, or maybe even you know, maybe more immature, maybe youthful. I don't know, I go back and forth with the lilies a lot, and I wonder if this doesn't have to do with the fact that, see, you know, some of our young people, you know, who are not taking the precautions are going to make us all have to take a step back in some way.
I think his last comment is kind of interesting. The end of innocence.
The end of innocence for some folks, yeah.
Especially, you know, these kind of young people who maybe are just so not into it, and then they're going to realize really badly that they should have been.
That's really what I'm trying to say here, and it's also the end of innocence in thinking that we have gone far enough where we can open these things back up again safely. You know, maybe that's it too. I think we're finding that out as we go along here, and, you know, some states are really having some serious crises. So good luck, Angel. Boy, you have to keep us posted, definitely.
You will. And whenever you get here, we will be happy to see you. We understand, you know, that thing about the rotations and working.
Yep.
It's always nice when you're here.
Yep. Well, and what they do off campus, we cannot control that, you know. And that's part of the worry for me. Because, you know, that is it in a nutshell. What they do on campus is one thing, but what they do off campus too, and who they're in contact with, and what they choose to do. So that's what we have for you, Angel. Good luck. And Jenna, you are up, Jenna. I hope you haven't disappeared. So Jenna, and then Angel Mary, and then Sonali, January Girl, Kayla, Libra Cusp, Gaurav, Hansa, Cappy, Cheryl, and a drawing. In between. I have my old computer underneath my tablet here that I'm going to pull out. I'm going to get on the internet and pull a random number generator to come up with our winning reading for today.
Jenna.
Exactly, Angel. Or a trip to the bar, you know, if they are open, just getting together with friends. You know, they say a lot of things even happen at family gatherings. Everything has to be done with deliberation now that we do. It's like our son Monster. He has not seen us physically in a while now. We did go see him one day. Was that in June or was that at the end of May?
Oh my goodness, it's been a long time.
I know. Was it the beginning of July? I can't remember. But we saw him one time in his backyard, where we kept distance from each other. And we've been just, talking and texting, and that's it. You might notice we have our windows open today. We didn't put up our background. Basically, I don't know why. Maybe just because it's Lammas and we wanted to have the outdoors show in. There's certainly no sun today. It's been dark and rainy and gloomy much of the day.
Oh, thanks, Irish.
Oh, thank you, Irish.
So we've called for Jenna.
Jenna, second call. If I put you on the bottom of the list today, it's likely you're not going to get a reading, Jenna.
However, you'll still qualify for the free reading.
Yeah, you could qualify for the free reading. But I think today we are stopping with Cheryl.
Oh, yeah, that was so awesome when that happened. All of a sudden, like, bang, bang, bang. There was like a hailstorm when I was recording that.
Oh, yeah, I was down here. He was recording upstairs, and it was crazy. He was hitting the window.
Yeah.
A lot of power during your reading, Mr. O. So, all right. Jenna is not responding.
We will move on then,
We are moving on. And Angel Mary, you are up. So, Angel Mary, it's your turn.
Wow, already
And then Sonali, January Girl, Kayla, Libra Cusp, Irish Capricorn, Gaurav, Hansa, Cappy, and Cheryl. Oh, you could even hear it. Wow.
Oh, you heard
I'm
it
gonna
too.
have to
That's right.
listen
Yeah, it
to
was
his
really
show.
loud because it was like hitting the window. Because where I sit there in that little corner there, it's right by the window. You see the shutters there, and bam, bam.
Since I work, I divide a lot of my off time between a lot of different activities, which is why my laundry is not getting done. But at any rate, I never get to see a lot of the things I want to see. I need to catch up with his emotional exchanges, so I try. Which pathway I have to take to build a stable and grounded financial situation? Okay, that's a good question.
We'll use my karma music
All
again.
right. And just for that, Mr. O, I'm going to bring out my big deck again for the next one. Yeah, I would say maybe there was some that was getting close to dime-size hail, but it wasn't really super large, but there was a good amount of it falling. So it kind of surprised me how long it was falling for.
It's kind of funny because a week or two ago when I was recording it, I was going to use an old drum machine that I found in a closet. And I thought, I'll just put this little simple beat in the background. And then I said, it's too loud. And then, of course, we have hail hitting the window. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
But nobody heard it because I ended up moving that drum machine out of the room, and then it didn't sound in the recording when I listened to it. It's like, I can't hear it. So, yeah, it was pretty loud. We don't usually get loud hail here,
There
so
she
that was kind
goes.
of interesting.
Do you want me to just pick them up?
Yeah.
All right, then. I'm looking at that question again. Stable, grounded financial situation. Okay, well, you definitely have some wand cards here. But the first card oh, man, could you move that back a little or something? Okay. The first card here is the Judgment card, upright. The second card here is the King of Wands, and it's upright. And the third card here is the Nine of Wands, and it's reversed.
Isn't she adorable, Angel?
She's a sweetie. So, what do you need to do? Do you want to start?
Well, this is definitely a time of reconsiderations, but mostly it seems like it's really kind of hand in hand for you. It may not be, how did you word that?
What pathway do they have to take to build a stable and grounded financial situation? I think it's a time of reckoning, absolutely, and a time of reevaluation.
It is coming to you clearly. It sounds to me like you need a plan. Mostly, you need a plan, and you probably would work best with some sort of partner. Like maybe you are more either the imaginative person, or maybe you're the more work person. Somebody else might be the more figure it out person. But I also think too that part of this is, up until now, maybe you've often felt that nothing was really challenging you in your life. And that's a part of what this is about, is you really want to have more of a challenge. You possibly need to meditate more. You possibly need to do a lot of research about what kind of things you should be reevaluating, because this is a time for you now to reevaluate. I know I didn't really tell you what to do.
Sorry, Jenna, you missed your turn, and I don't think we're going to be able to get to you today now. Apologies, but you are on the list for the free reading, so maybe if you're lucky, you'll be able to get a free reading.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that too.
Yeah, it's going to be hard getting through the readings we have, Jenna. I'm sorry.
If anything changes, we'll let you know if you're here.
Yeah, you never know, because people can come and go. So, all right, can I go? Or
Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, a time of reckoning, a reevaluationing, an awakening is about to occur. I think this is going to come to you. And I think it hinges on this King of Wands card here. I think that, in the end, maybe you need to explore, your leadership ability more. And maybe you need to challenge yourself with innovative ideas and thinking. Maybe you need to explore, jobs that put you in a leadership position or that can grow into one. And yeah, I totally agree with Mr. O here. I think what you have to reevaluate here or work on is to come up with a plan. The Nine of Wands seems to indicate to me that you have not been prepared for some shakeups that have happened, and that has hurt you. So besides figuring out where you're going in the future, maybe having a backup plan in place is a good idea. Does that mean, for example, maybe taking some coursework? This doesn't have to be necessarily like a second degree, but maybe some courses in some areas that could help you, learning some computer skills or some financial management skills. There's like grant writing classes and things like that. Is there something that you could take to bolster what you are doing already that could give you an edge? So maybe this is something you need to consider.
I was going to go ahead and shuffle. I was going to reevaluate what I said concerning King of Wands. I sort of felt that meant that maybe you work better, or you would work better with a partner, somebody who sort of complements your skills or your ambitions. But I'm actually thinking it's more like what Banshee says, that this is where you need to investigate. So if you are able to take classes of any sort, whether it's college level or just through community schools or
things. All
things.
Types of courses out there. Ed2Go classes online.
A personal study through, decent books, management for dummies kind of things.
And there are very helpful classes. I know that, they're not necessary. You might be able to get a certificate from some of them.
Exactly.
And maybe that's all you really need. And you could, put that on a resume, and it would just help bolster you, make you look better, in an employer's eyes. And this is a really positive sign for me. We have the bouquet here. And we have time. But that is the thing, isn't it? When will it happen? To me, it seems like it is a matter of time that something good is going to come your way. Something that will fulfill you and bring you great enjoyment and happiness. So I think it's just a matter of time, and use the time wisely to get to that point. It's not just going to drop into your lap. It's how you use that time to manifest this that's going to be critical here, I really feel, Angel Mary.
I think when we correlate these things, I feel that too, but I think when we correlate that, that this is that basically what your pathway is through learning of some sort. Either it's education at whatever level, it could even be education at that ground level of just learning as you do, because maybe sometimes places are able to say, you know, you're going to learn as you go along. You know, we're going to teach you how to manage this thing or how to supply that thing or whatever it is. So I'm thinking your pathway mostly involves learning some other skills. Good luck.
Wish you the best. And hey, Sonali, you are up. If you're with us, it's your turn. And then January Girl, Kayla, Libra Cusp, Irish Capricorn, Gaurav, Hansa, Cappy, and Cheryl. And yeah, Jenna, it's funny you mentioned laundry. I was just talking about being behind with mine. Have to do that myself. So there we go. All right. All right, let's see what we get for you, Sonali.
Thank you for the question.
And of course, the bigger the deck and the more room my cats take up here, the harder it is for me to shuffle.
We love a challenge, though.
Sorta.
Yeah, I like the look too, Angel, now that I'm thinking about it with the window open. We can't do it all the times. In the evenings, it would be too dark and probably not a good look.
Yeah.
And of course...
I need to clean my windows. There is that as
too.
well, which I am going to do.
This one's totally out, I think.
Oh my gosh, yes. I see that, Irish Capricorn.
Oh dear.
I feel like with the amount of laundry I have, that I have 4 kids.
That was the first thing that my mom did with her 4 kids when we were all starting to be around that 10 or 11, 12-ish, was, I'm going to show you how to do your own laundry. Or at least it seemed that way. I still don't remember really commandeering a laundry situation until I moved away at 18. Oy.
We're playing the pen game. Maybe not a good time to play it. There we go. All right. Well,
Playtime's over.
playtime's over. We have the Sun reversed here, first card. We also have Justice reversed. And we have the Three of Cups upright. So your question is an interesting one with these cards regarding divine message along what your life path or purpose is supposed to be. And you know, I tend to think that, you know, maybe it has something to do with social justice in some way. You know, that you are here to really, you know, try to help people out in situations where there's been some unfairness, whether maybe they're even down on their luck a little bit, because that's the Sun reversed here. You know, maybe you are here to help brighten people's lives and bring some joy and things back to their lives, however that may be. And some of it may involve righting some wrongs or helping them balance the scales in some way. The Sun reversed is also this idea of, you know, bringing back the joy in life that seems to be lacking. Also, to maybe put them on a path in some way that guides them towards a more successful future. And, you know, this kind of thing opens up a lot of things for you. Is it your job to maybe, you know, steer people to the proper courses of study or education to put them on the path, the road to success? Is this life coach work? Is this, you know, also just working to help people find the food and the shelter that they need, or to protect them against injustices in society? Is it legal work? Go ahead, Mr. O.
My goodness, Banshee, you didn't leave anything for me.
I just was on a roll.
You were on a roll. But to some degree, I wonder if this talks about maybe not so much as an actual career, but healing work, too. You've mentioned that before, I think, too, Sonali, about being an ambassador diplomat. But I think that maybe this is talking about healing emotionally, being kind of like the person that in my cosmology of being Wiccan, we talk about people who are graces, who try to make people feel welcome and feel like they belong, newcomers, that kind of thing. And so I'm feeling like, in addition to all of those social justice things that she's talking about, that this also may involve you and your personal set of circumstances, like your friends or your family or the situations around you. You are a counselor, you are a benefactor, you want to heal those rifts between your friends or your family or people like that. And your skills. You see it?
Yeah, I did. There's an ant on the table. I was right. It was an ant. So where did it go before? Okay.
I don't know, but it's gone now.
Oh, dear. Okay.
And I am a Scorpion man, and a lot of people see me in that light, even though some people say, oh, Scorpio, oh, hiss. But I feel that that's what I'm about, too, that I'm about trying to make people relate to each other and resonate to each other. I don't know if it's balanced because of the other things in my chart. I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart.
Well, you know what, Sonali? I forgot about the ambassadorship, but why don't I see how this plays right in there? You know, ambassadors and diplomats are trying to, they're trying to work with other cultures and or countries and forge relationships and harmony and work together on solutions that can better both their societies. So I think all of this kind of plays in. I think this kind of reinforces the path that you are trying to take in life. So good for you. I think this is saying you are on the right path.
Not much we can do for you.
Well, what do you mean? I think we have said...
I know, we're just kind of clarifying.
You are on the right path. Yeah. And no, I totally agree. I can see it in other aspects of your life as well. Often our work mirrors our personal lives, I am the same person I am here that I am at work. And, it's kind of funny how this line of work right here falls into my line of work as a librarian. I'm trying to provide people with information, knowledge. Knowledge is power.
I didn't do it incredibly openly, but I often read cards for my coworkers at work. Some of them all the time, some of them just once in a while. And
good grief. So look at this. We've got the clouds. Now remember, there's a dark side and a light side to the clouds, and the light side of the clouds is facing a bridge. Now, Sonali, I cannot think of a better analogy for a diplomat than a bridge. You're bridging, you're trying to bridge countries together. You're trying to make connections. You're trying to increase harmony and develop relationships. And that's what a bridge is all about. And since the light side is pointing to that, I think it's basically saying, you will be a light in this career, this path that you are choosing. This is a good way to go.
I agree.
That's what we have for you, Sonali.
All righty. Yes, Sassy's my cute little baby.
Yeah, I know that feeling too, Angel. I know I would have some issues at my place. I think there's definitely some people that are definitely into it, but I don't make it common knowledge there.
Well, my last job, I actually formed a coven out of my coworkers. Okay, it wasn't really, but it was fun.
That's right. That's right. Well, whatever you choose to be, diplomat has that range of establishing connections. And when you're working in civil service, you are working for people. You are working to better society. So you can look at it on that smaller, that different level as well, Sonali. I think all of this applies if you stop and think about it. And so enjoyed reading that for you. And hey, January girl, you are up. And then Kayla, Libra Cusp, Irish Capricorn, Gaurav, Hansa, Cappy, and Cheryl.
Woohoo!
Well, a previous job many years ago, a boss thought it was okay to talk about it out loud, and there was somebody there who I had a great relationship before she started talking about it out loud, and then suddenly told me that I was trafficking with the devil and never spoke with me further, and it just totally blew the relationship apart. And my boss felt very bad about it later, was remorseful, that happened. But what can you do? I just move on. We have to move on. Very welcome, Sonali.
You are welcome.
So January girl, what do you got? Okay.
No, that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm going to use the English magic because
All
we
right.
haven't used it yet. I don't think we have.
I haven't used my dark wood yet. I'll bring that out for the next one.
What does January girl need to be warned out? What
They're
should she
slippery.
look out for? She has commandeered the entire reading area, it seems.
Boy, we were spoiled after Thursday's stream. There was not a single cat on Thursday's show. Am I correct, Mr. O? We don't know what happened.
I'm like, where are they?
Yeah.
But we don't mind them here. It's just that sometimes they are a little bit annoying. But they're always cute, as people are saying.
Whoa. I see yours are a little slippery as well. I love this deck.
I like it too. I haven't quite got used to it because it still has a few things that throw me off in terms of some differences.
Uh-oh.
Nothing major.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Uh,
Try it.
I will monitor. Okay.
Oh, thanks, Sess. We have a perfect
Just gave
area
you a
now.
little room
We have a
there.
perfect area now. Oh.
Ah.
So we have our
so
three.
This is either progress, positive, or warning. All right.
The star. I love that one. Kind of Newton. The Queen of Coins reversed.
Oh, thank you, Kayla.
Thank you, Kayla. And the Ten of Wands reversed. So what should you be wary of? What kind of things might be best to avoid?
I think one thing.
Hard work?
Well, I think, one thing you have to be aware of is, financial situations could be in flux right now, and you got to be careful how you manage your resources. This is a time to maybe hold things back a little bit. Hold on to your resources. Be aware of downturns. Be aware about the possibility that there might be expenses you haven't planned for. But on the positive side, it seems to me that, there is some hope in sight. There's going to be some positivity coming your way, and it might have to do with that there may be a shift in this regard, that burdens will start to ease for you. Did you ask this about a particular period? No. I'm sensing by the end of August that this situation is going to ease up a little bit, and you're going to feel a lightening of some burdens that have hit you maybe early on.
Well, I'm going to differ slightly here, and I'm
Okay.
just wondering if maybe
You're entitled.
what you're wary of, or wondering if you're wary of, is that if you do free yourself from certain situations that maybe have a financial condition or interaction with you, if that's going to...
I interrupt this reading to say it's 3:33.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, what to recapture that a little bit here is that maybe one of the things you are wary about is whether or not you can or should separate yourself from certain things that have a financial interaction for you, i.e., is this a good time to leave a job? Is this a good time to leave a job involuntarily?
Well, that's a good
That may be bothering you, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like there's anything may be particularly wary, other than the fact that maybe if you're looking for hope or inspiration, maybe I think you're wondering if it's just not going to arrive at the right time for you to take advantage of it, that maybe you want to really feel comfortable that when opportunity or inspiration is coming to you, you are pretty much right there for it.
Let's see what the Lenormand can say about this. Angels in the house. And we've had 2 angels in our chat.
No, that's always fine. I mean, you know, that's the whole thing about January Girl, about the yes or no questions we do, that sometimes if we're doing them that way, that 3 ace method where we're looking for the 3 aces, the idea is that maybe you should frame your question differently. So in other words, saying, am I going to get this? Maybe you should say, will this not happen for me? You know, that kind of thing, kind of reverse it. Okay, what do you got? You got the letter.
I got the letter.
That was her way of telling me.
And I've got, well, we've got a lot of readings.
I know.
Time is wasting. We never
that makes
waste
sense
time
then.
on people. Why did I say that? And then I have the dice. So basically, I would say the deal is, JG, that you're going to get a letter, or you're going to get some news that is going to, so maybe this is, I don't know if it's a warning, but we're giving you notice that some news is going to come that is going to be very fateful or lucky. Well, whether it's lucky or not, it's kind of a roll of the dice.
It's a letter involving a chance.
Yeah, there's a risk or a chance involved in this letter. So in other words, there might be some opportunity presented in this letter, or some move that happens, and you're going to have to make a decision or a choice, I'm getting a feeling.
Just remember that I said that maybe the thing to be worried about is something that might separate you from a material situation. And no, Gaurav, we did not get to you yet, so we did not miss you. But I think that's what it's saying too, is that keep that in mind, that if this communication comes with a risk or chance for you, remember to weigh that carefully about what you may be giving up, what you are leaving behind.
So that's what we have for you, January Girl. I hope that helps. And Kayla, you are up. Libra Cusp, Irish Capricorn, and then Gaurav, Hansa, Cappy, and Cheryl.
Oh.
Well, and at about we'll make it 3:50. At about 3:50, we will stop. We might have to go into overtime to do the readings, but we'll do our quick drawing for the winner
so we
of
at least have that done before
reading.
4, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, January Girl. Thank you.
So, Kayla, what do you got? Seeking spiritual guidance. You've got it.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Okay, shall we stick with the English magic then?
No.
I've only used it once.
I know, and I've only not used this at all.
We're not going to argue over this.
Okay. You can use that one next.
Sure. And just a reminder, everybody, but we are on every day with a card. Where is that?
Where
Card
is
of the
that?
week. Our weekly poll, which is on Facebook and Twitter.
Our weekly poll?
Our
daily poll.
So sorry about that.
That's all right.
Banshee promises to do more soul stories.
I do. Man, I just keep thinking I have a soul story to end all soul stories someday.
Which one is that?
It's unfolding as we speak, Mr. O.
Oh, the one where we conquer the world and give everybody lots of money and fun?
I don't know about that, but... Did you drop one?
I don't think I did. Mr. O is notorious for his dropsy.
I'm checking. All right. Well, and it doesn't help that all of your space is literally gone now.
But I love her.
Are you cutting?
Oh, yes, I am. I'm also going to make a cutting remark. How dare you? No.
I dare much. I'm an Aries,
This
darn
is
it.
true. You fire signs.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
We got some synchronicity here. So let's see. What was
Spiritual guidance.
spiritual guidance? Well, holy cow. You have the 3 of Cups upright.
Pretty card.
You have the 3 of Pentacles.
333.
3-3. Isn't that funny? but not this one. That's the Queen of Wands. So spiritual guidance, my goodness. First off, it looks to me it's a balance here. You have to balance, you got the 2 3s. One is one of celebration and joy and enjoying life and partying. The second one is really getting down to work, and getting your hands dirty, rolling up your sleeves.
But it's also people noticing that.
Yes, and being recognized for what you do. But with that, of course, I just keep looking at this, and maybe the spiritual message is find the balance between these two, make sure you're getting the joy out of all the hard work and effort you're putting out. And also, don't shy away from any recognition that you receive. You've earned it. So in other words, definitely if people are praising you for your work, accept that. Accept the joy that comes with that. And the Queen of Wands, my goodness, this is saying to me spiritually, show your power, stand true to your power. You have a lot of drive. You have a lot of ambition. You have a lot, you can get a lot accomplished if you put your mind to it. And that's what you need to, and you have a lot of leadership ability as well.
Well, to me also the Queen of Wands is maybe sometimes she's a little bit fiery, but sometimes she's also a quiet power too, because she sort of just has this ability to kind of, even essentially without being a cup, just sort of pull people along, magnetize them to her point of view. She's sort of like the ultimate networker. She's really great. And so what I see with that is that is how you balance those two desires there, because you spread that out with the network, with the group. You're not responsible for everything. You delegate well, like a queen would.
Well, and I see somebody who knows how to organize things and get things done, and somebody with a lot of creative potential as well. So use it, would be the spiritual message here. And yeah, it's interesting, the 2 3s were a reading from Spirit. And as Gina pointed out, it is a master number. Let's see what the Lenormand can add to this. A lioness.
Yeah, it definitely has a kind of Leo kind of energy of sorts.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So we have the ship, and we have the key. So I think what this is saying is either metaphoric or otherwise, there's a journey or a trip or a move of some sort that you need to make. Spirit might be telling you it is time to make your moves now. This is a time to make any kinds of changes or shifts in perception that you need to make. Now is the time.
It almost seems to me too like maybe the ship is a metaphoric of what's in your mind expanding itself, and so that's the key too, in a way that just maybe something will come to you in a meditation or a dream that you will say, oh, that's the key to what I need to do, and it may coincide with those tarot cards, but it may not necessarily. Alrighty, that's what we got.
Okay, that's what we have for you. And
good luck.
I'm gonna try to squeeze in Libra Cusp's reading before we do our drawing. So we'll do the drawing right after Libra Cusp, whenever that ends. So Libra Cusp, you are up, and then Irish Capricorn, Gaurav, Hansa, Cappy, and Cheryl.
Okay.
And I am going to get my computer out and ready.
Doable. And you're
welcome, Kayla.
And thank you for helping promote us and telling people to listen to Kayla, everyone.
What's coming towards you in love? That sounds like a mermaid's deck to me, though, Mr. O.
A mermaid. Yes, I like this mermaid deck because it's very much romantic. Even all the cards that don't seem to be like romantic sort of just have this nice, soft, it's a little bit, not exactly pastel colors, but sort of, I really like this deck too.
Hey, Mr. O, when I get on the internet, you can let me know if you have any kind of disruption in service there.
Oh, okay. I don't think we're gonna.
Okay. I have pulled up my random number generator.
Okay.
So we'll get to that.
All right. We can't do it without everybody helping out a little bit. And we'll do the same for everybody else too. We love to promote people. I know that there are a number of people who come here who are great readers, and you should go to their pages too, like Esoterics, for example.
Jenna, you stuck around to see if you've won. Well, we'll see.
Well, at least for the free reading, cross your fingers.
And we will post the winner's name in a variety of mediums. The way, we can set this up, you can DM us on Twitter. You can write to our Facebook page. You can email us at TFT Tarot for Today. That's all one word, at gmail.com.
It's always good to start off the week with some clean shorts or whatever it is you need. That's a guy thing, right?
You want to pick them up? I know your way is different from mine, Mr. O. Oh, well, mixed bag galore here. We have the
Fool?
The Fool reversed. That was your phone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We have the Seven of Swords upright. And then we have the Magician upright.
Ooh, that's a mixed bag.
That is a mixed bag.
I'm not sure how to put that together.
I know, this is a toughie. They don't really scream romance, except, the Fool kind of indicates to me that something could happen, but I don't think it's going to really get off on the right foot.
It may be ill-fated.
It may be ill-fated. And wouldn't it be because of this, Mr. O, the Seven of Swords?
Well, maybe this suggests to me that there's a matter of honor going on, too, in some way, that maybe if something is coming towards you, the honor part of it demands that you do a right thing, like i.e. a person who's totally unsuited for you, and you just got to let them down easy or something like that,
To me, also when I see the Magician upright here, it seems to me you are more than
that's
ready
sassy.
to move forward, in love. This is this negative thing that might come your way is no reflection on you. You have, you are just ready, period. There is nothing you need to change about yourself for someone else. So don't even think about that. Whatever this is, it's something that I think you're going to learn something from. It's just one of those relationships, that may just come your way, or somebody may pop in and you may decide pretty early on, this is not going to work out.
In my second view of this, I sort of get that too, that this is the determinant of that, and that there's this sense of maybe it's guile and maybe there's righteousness on their part, but it doesn't necessarily translate to what your goals are or what your feelings are in the situation.
Yeah. So let's take a look here.
It is the sassy. She's been very much here 24/7 this time, aren't you?
She hasn't budged much. Well, little moves here and there, just to make me a little crazy.
You are the Cat Fan Club. I miss that gal that used to come here and call her Sad Eyes. They are a little sad. All right, what you got? Oh.
Well, I think there is something in the environment, there's some connection that you are going to make. There's a bridge here, and there's the birds. And I think that, I don't know if it'll be through social media, it might be through friends or some connections around you, that some connection is going to take place. I'm sensing this might be something else other than this one here. It may be that you have to go through this false start, and that maybe, some friends or people around you who see you've had a bad time of it or something negative happen here will put you in a position where you might meet someone else.
I agree. I sometimes think of this one as maybe a little bit of frivolousness. Do you agree?
Maybe. Sometimes it's gossip.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I didn't
it's
want to say
chattiness,
that.
you
So
know.
I sort of felt like maybe it connects to what I was seeing there with that Seven of
Okay.
Swords one.
Good.
But maybe I could see what Banshee says too, like maybe this is something that comes later. So I'm not really sure. They could be the same thing or they may be separate. But I sort of feel like you're moving towards that though, clearly. Something that maybe is a little gossipy one way or the other.
And that's
You're
what we
welcome.
have for you, Libra. I hope that helps.
So you guys may want to watch that new 12-minute video we're going to drop on Tuesday because we do highlight the kitties a little bit and make suggestions along the lines of what you have said, Kellyo.
I want to count the names again.
She is the star.
We have 17 names on our list today. So I have put in numbers from 1 through 17 in the random number generator, and I'm going to hit generate. Mr. O, you're watching me? Oh, you got the camera on it? Is it showing it? Okay.
Well, there's a screen. I don't know how well it can be seen.
That's
but
not the number. That's just one that was up there. I'm going to generate right now.
cross your fingers, everyone.
Number 2.
That was
Gina. Oh my gosh.
That was Gina?
It's Gina.
Lucky Cancer. So you get a free reading
Wow.
from us.
Congratulations to you, Gina. Round of applause. Woohoo. You're going to be the first one to try. We will be doing a modified Celtic cross reading for you, which so you could just think of a question or area you want some information on. It's kind of like a Celtic cross, just more modified and more focused on, what your question is. So
Yeah, and basically this will be one of the kind of readings we're hoping to market as we move into our business era. So your feedback and the feedback from other people that may choose that one will be very good for us.
yeah.
To know how well you like that reading.
Yeah, so this is good for us as well as for you. We're more than happy to do this because we want to set up our business right. And, every readings we've done in the past have been at events and person to person, in person. So this is all new to us. We want to make sure we do it right. So Gina will be in touch and we'll want to know if there will be... I'm sorry, Nikki, we will not be able to get to a reading for you today. Our list is closed, but thank you for joining us. And hey, Nikki, if you join us on Thursday and you get in at the right time, so subscribe, we will put you in a drawing for a free reading from us. So, sorry we can't get to you today.
Okay, Jenna, take care.
So Gina, it'll either be an email reading or a video reading. You can let us know and we'll be in touch.
Let's move on.
So Irish Capricorn, you are up, and then Gaurav, Hansa, Cappy, and Cheryl. And that will close out our day.
And now Sassy has finally given up her space here so we can actually lay out cards right in front of us.
Wow, that'll only be for a hot minute. All right, so Libra, Irish Capricorn, where are you? Are you doing a deck or me?
It doesn't matter.
So it'll be me.
Yeah, we did mine the last couple of times.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
Sounds like a nice 3-carder.
Well, it's not going to be a video chat, Gina. We're going to give you...
We're going to record it.
We're going to record it and send it to you.
And then you can privately view it.
Yeah, we will send you a link so you can privately view it. So that's kind of the way it's going to go.
It's like one of our videos with an audience of 1.
Yeah. We may set this up so that if you have any follow-up questions you want to ask us, maybe 1 or 2, we will.
But have your credit card handy. No.
We are kidding. Kidding. We will be setting up donations soon, though, so anybody who has been dying to donate to us, there will be a way to do that sometime by the end of this month, I'm pretty sure.
Dying to donate. Yeah, and we'll probably either leave it always there so you can always go back to it if you want, or we can delete it if you don't want it to be left.
Here you go.
Yes. that kind of thing. So we've done that once or twice for other people who've asked for a private reading. What?
Bark for readings. Not that kind of video. Mr. O is not table dancing at your reading, Gina. I'm sorry.
Well, as long as it stays a private video.
Well, see, well, you can take your risks with that, Mr. O.
I was actually happy that years ago the video footage of me dancing fairly unencumbered at a party was finally taken off of that party's website.
This is a very interesting reading.
There we go again.
Yeah, the Six of Swords has come up again and in the first spot. It's very interesting. And then somebody else had this card, I think it was Esoterics, the Wheel of Fortune, has arrived once more, and it is upright. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So, your question was the future for your children. And
for him and the mother of their children.
The mother of your children. And,
it's the Wheel of Fortune that dominates here, that there's just going to be a lot of secular kind of things. And that maybe what it stands over is the fact that you may have to adjust yourself emotionally to what realities are. You may have to journey somewhere else away from what may be your perception of emotional difficulties in that regard. On the other hand, it may be possible too that there's a realization that from certain more materialistic point of view, that there is wobbly area there. Basically, that's the only way I can put that, that there just doesn't seem to be maybe enough fertile ground at this moment in time.
Yeah, I'm seeing something here, Irish. Basically, I feel like there's a moving away or a moving on, and there could be a number of ways to look at this now. You know, you could look at this as you're moving past, you know, the relationship with the mother of your children. But how is that going to affect your children? Well, I think, you know, there are going to be cycles. There are going to be up and down cycles with this. And, you know, there's going to be a rhythm and a flow, and I don't think it's all going to be that negative. But I do feel here that it's possible that somebody here, and I do think it might be the mother of your children, who may in fact be in this room, I'm not sure, but the mother of your children may be a little bit stubborn and a little bit set in their course. And so I think that maybe that is what is precipitating this move forward and beyond, you know, the relationship you had. But this relationship is a journey that will bring you peace, that will bring you tranquility, and will also stabilize things, I think, for your children, if that is the question. I think that also, if we look at this another way, you may be coming to terms with, you know, where the mother of your children stands on things, and that too will allow you to achieve this tranquility and this move away from things that maybe have been bringing you some stress and sorrow.
The move away may always feel, at least in the beginning, double-edged, but ultimately it's leading you to a place that's better.
Yep, TFT After Hours is about to begin. But we only have, after Irish, 4 readings. We'll get through.
So now we're going to do our Lenormand.
Yes, we are. So, Irish, fate plays a role in how this is going to go here. It definitely.
Yep,
that's the wheel again.
there.
And let me see what the Lenormand might be able to add to this. Fate and time. Thanks, Gaurav, for getting your question out there. We'll be right with you. Okay, this is positive in a way. Okay, I have the clouds. Now remember, the clouds has two sides. There's a dark and a light side. And maybe you have been experiencing some depression. This falls right into the card right here, the Six of Swords. Here you are. You came up right after the clouds, and you are by the light side of the clouds, which means you're coming out of it. You're going to be moving beyond past hurts, past pain, past sorrow, and letting go and moving to brighter times.
And to me, too, I just want to go back here, is that the boat travels and moves, but it's moving towards the flow of the wheel, which is moving in a positive direction.
Indeed. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Irish. And hey,
we're happy to hear that. Thank you. Okay, Gaurav.
Let's see, what's the question? Currently.
What is Shippy thinking?
Okay.
Or Shilpy?
We're not in contact currently, so what are they thinking? Okay, do you want to do...
Mermaids?
Sure.
Good old mermaids.
And after Gaurav is Hansa, then Cappy and Cheryl. So we're moving. It's about as much dancing as you'll see me do.
I've seen you do a lot more dancing.
And it's not pretty?
I was going to say, I wasn't terribly impressed.
Sometimes he comes down when I'm working here, and if I have the radio on, I'm kind of moving to the music.
Which is inspiring.
Maybe. Well, good luck to both of you on your journeys navigating, working with your children. I think it's wonderful that you guys work together.
Thank you. You got that check in the mail, right? Just kidding. Ciao for now.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow,
2,
these are
4,
some
6.
really positive cards here. So,
what is Shilpy thinking?
yeah, I do have a question.
Or
I know
are they
you're not in
thinking?
contact currently. So have you been in contact with this person in your past, Gaurav? One of the cards is making me ask that question. Here we have the Four of Wands, and it's upright. We have the Two of Wands, and it is also upright. And then we have the Six of Cups, and it is upright as well.
Amazing.
This is really interesting to me. I almost feel like there's a connection you've had with this person in the past.
Right, they've mentioned that before, actually.
Okay, so that has come up here decidedly. So I feel like there are still some feelings attached to that in some way. You know, that could be, how should I say this? That could be a foundation on which you can build upon with the Four of Wands here. Maybe your past association is something that still is alive in this person's heart. And
I feel that too. I do
Okay.
feel that, and I feel that maybe there's something about the sense of a life together. Whether you had that or not, there is that idea there.
So what do you think about the Two of Wands here?
That's what I meant. Yeah, that life possibly shared together.
And I feel that, clearly here, this person maybe already has plans in place, like with this other person, but that is not to say that they're set in stone yet. I feel like there is some attachment here. I have to draw the Lenormand on this and see what else we get, because it's really unclear to me.
Gaurav says that that Shilpy may not be happy with the third party, with the other person.
So, okay.
And I'm not sure if you know that or if you just feel that. Some of this may go to that, but it's not very specific. It may just be that maybe there's ambivalence and that maybe, Shilpy has feelings for you but hasn't resolved what they really feel about that third party. Now what?
Yeah, indeed. So we have the Child. And we have the Home. So, I'm assuming this person does not have a child. But this could indicate,
Child.
Oh, that's true in a way. Well, I'll let you go there.
Now?
Well, I think this could indicate, that there could be a step in the direction of a return in some way to, something that gives them more comfort. If they're not happy in the relationship they're in right now, that's what they're seeking, is some kind of comfortable, someplace that they feel comfort, someplace that they feel security. And they're moving towards that slowly but surely, because the Child card is taking slow steps to that direction. So this could be in the relationship they're in if they really feel that. And if they don't, they're really seeking that. That's what they really seek. So, if there's any way that you can make them feel that you are that person who can offer them security and the new beginning that they need, the better beginning that they need, and the stability, because I think they are looking for a stable relationship, then make your move towards that. But otherwise, I think that's what they think they have in the relationship they're currently in, whether they truly have it or not.
Right. I sort of see correlations between these cards, the Child to the Six of Chalices, because it may just really talk more about some fondness of the past that maybe keeps the energy alive there. I feel a correlation between the Home and both the Two of Wands and the Four of Wands, because I feel that ultimately right now Shilpi is not totally clear on whether they are happy or not. I sort of feel there's an ambivalence there, and that they may not have the ability to resolve it at this time.
That's very interesting, Gaurav. Yeah.
Okay.
That may be what is holding her in place.
The security factor.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, but people do what they feel is right for them. And, you can't always influence what other people are going to do. You can only do what you can for yourself. So, if you feel there's anything that you have to offer to change that person's mind, then, feel free to try. But because there is some connection here. I wouldn't be telling you this if I didn't feel that. I feel there's some connection, but ultimately, they're going to make the decision they make.
I think it's possible. I drew the Ten of Cups, and I think that says there's happiness in the future. So I think it is possible. I don't personally feel strongly about that, but my card tells me that maybe there is some happiness that could come, and that could be because there's contact.
I can't believe I had a drop of tea left, which is now cold. All right, that's what we have for you, Gaurav. Good luck with that. Wishing you the best. And Hansa, you are up, and then Cappy and Cheryl, and we'll call it a day. I'll shut this other computer now. Well, I think that worked really well. We can do that again for Thursday. I think we'll be offering some things on social media as well for those of you who follow us there. It's just a matter of time. Well, you know what? Maybe, if you're waiting for them to contact you, maybe you need to contact them and just say hello. Just tell them you were thinking about them and, you're wishing them well. And just say, my door is always open to you, or something like that. To just try to see if there's any movement there. But that's what we have for you. And hey, Hansa, are you with us?
Go ahead and type them in. We'll give them a moment or two.
We'll give them a moment or two, and if not, we'll move on to Cappy.
You're welcome, Gaurav.
You are very welcome. Well, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and so all we can do is leave that door open.
Hansa, we are waiting for you if you are here.
Last call for Hansa. I know there's sometimes a delay. I'm just going to ask now to be ready. Hey, Cappy, are you with us?
If you are, go ahead and
if you are, you can type in your question, because either we'll do you now or as soon as we're done with Hansa.
So I imagine that Hansa is not here.
Yep, we're going to move on to Cappy. All right, so you need messages from your spirit guide. Absolutely.
Okay,
How about
hi,
I use
Cappy.
the dark wood again? Put that one out. Do you want to pull out the other one you said we didn't use that much? We can use that
My
for...
magic English magic.
Yeah, we'll use
I
that
got
for
here
Cheryl next.
already.
Well, thanks for everybody sticking with us. It's been a lot of fun. Yep, we've got you, Cappy. All right. Okay, let's see what the spirit guides want to tell you. All right. Holy cow. Wow. Well, Cappy, this is interesting. We've got all pentacles here. We have the King of Pentacles upright. We have the Six of Pentacles upright. And interestingly enough, along with that, we have the Four of Pentacles upright. Do you want to go first on this?
Sure.
It's all pentacles. It seems to be the spirit guides want to talk about
Issues related to prosperity
Material
or material
matters.
matters, as they say.
yeah.
Well, some things are like maybe causing you to, or spirit saying maybe you need to hold on to all your resources, not just the actual money, but maybe other physical resources, whether they're things from within yourself. You need to hold on to those because it may be that you're going to have to give them to someone else. I'm thinking you are giving. Maybe it's an exchange. Maybe you are possibly finding your way back to more education or something that will give you other skills. What is that, the king?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I'm wondering if somebody thinks the investment you make is really what your mission is. Your spirit mission is to be setting yourself up to be that king, to be able to monitor over those situations. Are you possibly interested in bigger parts of finance or management somehow? Because the king sits like that, but then these two cards are sort of have opposite qualities. A need to hold things, a need to give things.
Yeah, and so I think the message from Spirit might be is, well, I don't know, I don't want to say it this way, like know when to hold them, when to fold them, but it's like know when to hold on to your resources and when you need to really hold back, and also recognize when you need to freely give. So in other words, sometimes you need to take care of yourself and your own needs and your own priorities, and other times you need to give to others. You need to know how to balance that part of the equation here. And
You're
and
awesome.
the king here, I think what the spirit guide is trying to tell you is that you have the ability to do this. You have the ability to manage this wisely. And so you need to really capitalize on that. Maybe sometimes you get off track a little bit. Maybe you let sometimes other people take advantage of your time and your energy and you let yourself go. So, or vice versa. Maybe you focus more on yourself and other people are really needing you. So it's trying to find that balance. Spirit wants you to be a manager of that.
Right, because what it would seem to be is that we're not necessarily just talking about money. You are giving something, but you have to do it wisely. And that's what I think this is you are giving of yourself. There's nothing more physical than yourself, you know. So
Well, and as far as your educational path goes, if I looked at this in that regard, it seems to have something to do with money and finance or resource management of some sort. I mean, this is also earth energy here, so I could almost see it as environmental stewardship as well. There's a lot of ways you could, take the energy of these cards if you were looking for a career path.
So ultimately, the king could also be a metaphor or an allegory for a good counselor, whether it's yourself or someone else who maybe would help you sort out some of that stuff, the educational stuff.
Yeah, that's true too.
So let's pull a Lenormand for you, Cappy, and see what that says. Hey, little baby.
So when you come back sometime, Cappy, feel free to ask something more. Maybe this reading didn't quite capture the educational path, but if you want more specific reading focused on that, we can take a look.
Ooh. Mr. Oaf wants to take a nap, I think. Ooh, the mountain.
Well, someone, if this is yourself, this could be yourself, is looking at some obstacles to overcome. Spirit recognizes that your road has not been easy and that maybe some of these obstacles could be of your own making. So, just be aware of that. Maybe it's time now to become that, that king and take control of the things that are holding you back. Because sometimes we can be our own worst enemies there. And so maybe it's time for you to really examine what could be holding you back.
I think I can just go with that, Banshee. It seems pretty clear to me. So I'm good with that, yes.
Okay.
I mean, to me, the obstacles could just be saying make sure you know how to surmount them, and that would mean within yourself or within, the best advice you can find.
Yeah. That's what we have for you. And hey, thanks for sticking with us, Cappy. You were waiting a long time for that, so we appreciate it. And Cheryl, speaking of waiting a long time, you are up. You are our last reading of the day.
All right. Hope you're still here, Cheryl.
I think they are, but if not, you're very welcome. Hope you join us again.
I know you've been here before, too, Cappy. Thanks for coming back.
Hey, Cheryl. Hopefully you're here. Hopefully you're here.
And if you're not, we'll go get some beer. No, we won't, but...
I have no beer. I'm not going to the store now.
I'm not really a beer person.
Although, Mr. O, we have to think of dinner plans.
Dinner plans.
We haven't... Well, did we order out this week?
Peanut butter. We
Peanut
picked
butter.
up a carryout from
We did.
Wendy's or somewhere.
Well, that was fast food. I don't consider that our dine out per se.
Wait for Cheryl.
Last call for Cheryl.
Okay, it was a while ago, too. It was probably a few months
okay.
back. I just remember your name, Cappy, so...
Well, I'm glad we got you in this time. I'm really glad we did then.
So I hope you like that. And, of course, if you subscribe and get notifications, you'll know when we're on again.
And that's all, I guess. I guess Cheryl is not here. Let's type the name in just to be sure.
And we will be back on Thursday, and we'll have another giveaway of a sample or free reading.
It'll be the same reading. We're going to do 2 of these. We're pulling together, all good things we think take time. And so we're going to start off kind of slow. We're not going to offer a major amount of readings right from the get-go as we get used to doing these things. So I'm going to look for certain types of readings, like in the love category, career category, life type readings, spiritual readings, maybe one of each that we will have on the table to offer. And we'll take it from there.
You guys are our biggest treasure. We love you guys, all of you. We really appreciate you coming to our show.
You make it fun.
You make it fun. Yes, that's right.
Absolutely. And I guess we're off. So we are off for the day. Want to thank everybody again for joining us, and
Congratulations to Gina once again.
yeah, our winner, our first reading winner. So more to come. Join us for Thursday, and also be aware on social media. There will be some giveaways there too. And it's not going to be just readings. We have a couple other things we're going to be giving away this month.
Do tell.
Yeah, well, you know about one of
there's
them.
Cheryl.
Oh.
Okay,
Cheryl.
I guess we're still here then.
We're still here. Cheryl, your question right now.
We have it. Alfred else thinks about me, John.
All right, Cheryl.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want the mermaid?
Sure. Thanks for staying, Cheryl.
Well, thanks for staying, Cheryl.
You put us to work.
You got us right before we closed out.
It's okay. So we have your question, Cheryl. How does John feel about you?
And there's no communication between you? Okay. Boy, one would think Sassy had some catnip or something. She is so laid out and relaxed looking right now. Looks like she's sleeping with her eyes open. All right. Did I just do that?
What?
I cut and picked them up.
That's fine.
It was meant to be, my friend.
Absolutely, because look what we
My
got.
partner in crime. All right, well. We have the King of Pentacles upright. We have the Knight of Cups upright. And we have the Three of Pentacles reversed. Wow, well, this person seems to be very...
There's a back and forth thing here.
Methodological. Methodological? Is that a word?
Methodological.
They're very pragmatic about their life and they're thinking about things. They're about to make a move, though. They are about to make a move in a relationship or to start a relationship. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing where you're concerned, Cheryl, because you said you're not in contact with them. So how do they feel about you? I think they feel like they said either themselves or you felt like they didn't put in any effort into, establishing a relationship or partnership, or that maybe they did not feel there was a value there for them.
Well, it's definitely about value because my feeling is that maybe financial things that impacted on the relationship were problematic for either or both of you, and that could mean basically somebody feels that somebody relied more on them for certain things physically in the relationship, or that there was just not an equality that should have been there, that there was an obvious inequality that may be related more to the physical material matters. And so that may be why things fell off. It could also be too that maybe for some reason they just changed their mind in certain respects, that maybe they wanted to re-examine things, and that it's like what Banshee said, they were looking for value for themselves. And maybe they're still thinking about that, or maybe they have decided there isn't one there for them.
Yeah, I like what you said about that, the value angle. I feel that either they feel that they're looking for something else. They are looking for something else. So that I wish I had better news on that, but that's the way I'm feeling about it. But I will say one thing. They are slow to make decisions. Mm-hmm. They're slow to decide, and they're also very slow to make a move, and in particular in the romance department. But the Knight of Cups is saying to me that I feel they are about to make a move there of some sort.
We're just not really clear if it's towards your direction.
Yeah, I'm sensing, since you're not in contact with them at this time, that it is someone else. But let's see what the Lenormand can add to this. And I'm sorry about that, Cheryl. I wish I had better news. And we could be wrong. Remember, it's just a tarot snapshot in time. Yeah. We have the compass here. And we have the moon. Now, oftentimes the moon can relate to romance. And I'm feeling here they are still seeking, they are still looking for direction of where they want to be. You know, what they are looking for in a romantic relationship. They're definitely moving towards something, though, like, you know, that the compass is pointing them in a particular direction, and that Knight of Chalices seems to indicate to me that they're about to make a move.
I think so too, but the other thing too is that sometimes in the Lenormand, the moon also talks about fate and fortune and maybe success in more general ways too. Mm-hmm. So in that sense, I see this reading, this covering both of these aspects here, and that the idea could also be that where they are orienting is towards figuring out the business things, because we see a lot of the business stuff here too, and so that maybe their move is towards establishing more security for themselves.
Hey, country, I am sorry we won't be able to get you on the list today because this is our last reading, but we are live streaming again on Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you subscribe and get notifications, you could come to that show or our Sunday show. This is a giveaway month for us, so we are randomly giving stuff away. And Thursday night, we're giving away a 6-card reading to one lucky person in our chat, just like we did today. So come and join us, and you might be in line for that. And we're sorry we can't read for you today, but we are into overtime right now. And Cheryl, that is what we have for you. So thanks for sticking with us, and I hope that helps. And sorry I didn't have better news for you, Cheryl. I think you probably wanted to hear something else there. So at any rate, that wraps up the show for today. Thanks again. And looking forward to seeing you on Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or next Sunday. Take care, everybody. Goodbye for now.